Alright guys, here we have a quote from Eric. It's the stage directions at the start of the play that describe him as not quite at ease, half shy and half assertive. Now the play begins with Eric having clearly been drinking and really struggling to respond to his sister's engagement, not knowing quite what to say about the whole thing. So let's zoom into some of the language of this stage direction. It describes him as not quite at ease, and this makes Eric stand out at the start of the play. The others seem really quite relaxed and comfortable, and the stage directions and the characters' words tell us this relaxed, comfortable atmosphere. But Eric is unsure how to respond to these celebrations and deal with his sister. He ends up really just insulting her. And perhaps, as we, obviously find out at the end of the play, Eric has got more important things on his mind that mean something to him that the others don't quite know yet. We've then got the half shy, half assertive. Now Eric has two sides that juxtapose throughout the play. This is his childish, naive side that we see at the start, his banter with his sister, slightly insulting her, and the to and forth from that. I really see him at the start as well as a boy who hasn't won the respect of his father. All he wants is his father to love and respect him, but he hasn't won that for, and therefore he lacks confidence, and we see this immaturity coming out of him as a result of that. But then we've got the half assertive side. Now Eric's assertive side is the fact that he is not a boy anymore. He wants to be seen as a man, and ultimately he wants to take over his father's business and be seen as the head of the Burling family from this point onwards. He hasn't won that yet, but that's what he desires. We do see, however, Eric's assertive side come out towards the end when he stands up to his family with Sheila. He doesn't do it quite as convincingly as Sheila, I don't think, in my opinion, but nevertheless he still does. There is, however, the darker side of Eric's personality, which is assertive, which we see him when he forces himself upon Eva. So you've got both sides of that assertive part of the personality there for Eric. It's quite striking that Priestley presents a young man growing up in this way, and I've written this in the context box because, of course, 2 years later, many of them would be going to the battlefields of World War I. Eric and Gerald represent what is often described as the lost generation or the missing generation. There are 850,000 soldiers who lost their lives in World War I, impacting every community and every class, including actually disproportionately the upper classes across the whole of Great Britain. And of course, this play would be then performed for the first time at the end of World War II, where history repeated itself and an entire another generation was sent to battle, with many of them sadly losing their lives. So there's a bit on that in the context box there about how young men are presented throughout this play.